I'm going to take you on a little sort of mini home decor tour, but it's going to be all the weird, creepy things in my house. Hi, hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ashley, and in today's video, I'm going to take you on a little sort of mini home decor tour, but it's going to be all the weird, creepy things in my house. I don't have too many. There's not like a room full of creepy dolls or a room full of coffins or something like that. Little things that are part of our everyday home decor that are weird, creepy, and maybe a little unsettling to some people. So let's get started. We're going to start downstairs. All right, we're going to start over here at some seemingly normal things. Maybe not for some people, I don't know. We're going to start with this little butterfly. I am not a fan of taxidermy because I do not trust where the things are sourced from, literally ever, even if they say they're ethically sourced. Not a fan. But this butterfly, very dusty case, we found this either on our back steps or inside the house. It was deceased and it was perfectly intact, as you can see. I do not know how to pin things to boards, inside frames, and all that kind of stuff, but I already had this little case, which, again, it's very dusty. It looks more dusty on camera. That's also a whisker next to it from one of our dogs that I just thought was kind of cool. The end is like super hard and rough. Never felt a dog whisker before, so I just popped it in there with the butterfly. But yeah, we found this guy in our home, and that's where she lives now. She, he, whatever. So that would be the first thing. Let's see. Next we have a half filled or maybe quarter filled, a little more than a quarter filled bottle of embalming fluid. This was purchased at a horror flea market a couple years back. Let me just turn it to the side for you. Okay, so you can see there all the embalming fluid. I just thought this was interesting and intriguing, so I bought it. Let me turn it back forward. Okay, so it says First in Fluids Champion, CLR, don't know what that stands for, a blend of coloring agents that imparts peach or orange tones to the internal cosmetic effect, especially for use with fluids such as PLX, FAX, Adiglow, and Adibom. Not recommended for use with John Dextone or John Dial. Directions: add the arterial solution as needed until desired color is obtained. For embalming use only, keep out of reach of children, causes irritation, avoid prolonged inhalation or contact with skin, use with adequate ventilation. Okay, so love that. I obviously do not work in the death industry, but I know some people who do over on TikTok and Instagram, and they have lots of things like this in their home. I just think it is an interesting little conversation piece that some people would find really freaking weird, but there it is. Then we have an empty bottle of poisoning up here, which was also purchased at a flea market, though not, no, yeah, it was like pretty much a horror flea market, just a different one in Brooklyn. And yeah, that one's empty, so don't worry if you come over for tea. Won't be popping any of that in there. All right, next up is this little print hanging on the wall. Sorry for the reflection, but it is a print of the catacombs in Rome. Look at how intricate that is. The chandelier, well, I mean, obviously it doesn't have light in it. It's not a real lighting fixture, but it's made of bones. Just everything that you see is made of bones. And I have not been to the catacombs in Rome. I've only been to the Paris catacombs. So next trip to Italy, this is where I'm going. And I speak a little bit of like basic intermediate Italian. So this says Rome, ossuary of the convent of Cappuccini, the, what is that, 17th secolo? And then, yeah, okay, that's pretty much it. I also forgot what capella means. It has something to do with sound. But anyway, there's that. We can take it over to here, and I totally messed up these shelves trying to install them. Look at how, oh my god, no, we have to look at this. Hold on. Look at how horrendous that is. Okay, honestly, I did not do that. My husband tried to fix it with putty, and obviously he didn't do that correctly either. What the heck This is embarrassing. Truly, this is embarrassing. We need to fix that this summer. But anyway, the book blocks it for now. And we have the Gashly Crumb Tinies by Edward Gorey. I know that a lot of people in the same niche horror community have a lot of Edward Gorey's books, or at least are familiar with them. So this one is just super funny. This is the one that just goes through the alphabet with children dying in mysterious and horrible ways. So this one is C for Clara, who wasted away. And I just think it's a funny book. That is the only book I have from him, and this is just horrible. Horrible! I blame my husband. I blame myself for messing up the shelves, and then I blame him for not fixing them correctly. Our house is a mess right now because there's just junk everywhere. Okay, now we're over here in this front hallway. Buckley is pitter-pattering at the top of the stairs. So over here, I know I just said I'm not a fan of taxidermy. And also, like I put in that little text box, I know that butterflies are not technically taxidermy. They're more of like mounting, or I don't know what the other word is. But this one I got a very long time ago, and I have decided since then that I would not purchase anything like this again for the reasons that I just stated before. But this one was bought several years back. So I have that one here in addition to that little butterfly that we found in our home or yard. Then I have a print from the Black Veil shop in Salem. I got this on one of my many trips there and framed it, popped it up here. We don't really see that much of the stuff that's in this front hallway just because we don't enter from our front door. We enter from our back door just because our driveway is in the back. So we come in through the back where our like mudroom and laundry room is. And this is not really a spooky item, but I think it looks a little bit ominous. This is a painting done by Rachel Flynn, who is a friend of a friend, so a friend of my sister-in-law's. And I bought this from her. She does oil painting. She's very, very talented. So that is here. And then I'm going to go back into our living room again because I forgot to show these prints. So I have two more prints up here that are also from the Black Veil shop of Drear and Wonder in Salem. I think these need to be moved higher up now that I put this little plant here on this box. Those should be higher, but we have a little cat and then bear portrait. Those are kind of cool. I just noticed this says Black Death Ship. Don't really know what that means, but this is a tattoo print of my husband's. He's a tattoo artist, and he very generously lets me kind of decorate the house how I want to. So that's sort of one of the few things that he has hanging in our living room. Let's go upstairs and see what we have going on up there. We have my little vanity room where honestly a lot of the, I guess, creepy stuff lives because I can't put it anywhere else in the house. Or not that I can't, but I just don't want the aesthetic of my home to just be death. So, you know, downstairs we got a little things here and there. Up here we have my Paris Morgue sign, which is ginormous. I got this at Boutique du Vampire in New Orleans. So it's just a print of the Paris Morgue. And then this is really fun because I actually got to go to the location where the Paris Morgue used to stand in Paris. It's kind of right near the Notre Dame Cathedral. It's also the same place where ships would dock and people would disembark off of the ships who were being placed into concentration camps. So it's now, that location now is currently a Holocaust memorial. You can go into the tunnels and like has a lot of historical information. It was obviously very sad to visit, but it is also the same location where the Paris Morgue was before that. There is no evidence of the morgue left, and as I said, it's a Holocaust memorial, so that is the purpose of the location today. This I kind of want to get rid of. I got this at a horror convention. It's not very interesting or special. I feel like I would hang this in my college dorm room, and I just kind of want to get rid of it. I do like that it's in a glass frame where, you know, there's like glass peeking through and there's no backing. I kind of like that about it, but probably not going to keep that. This one up here, my husband actually got for me for a birthday a few years back, and one of his friends painted it. So there's like a little demon in the woods there. He says that is me. Then my sister-in-law got me, as part of a little housewarming gift when we moved in, this little Michael Myers, what are these called? I don't know because I don't crochet or knit or anything like that, but that is what it is. This wall needs to be repainted. Then my other sister-in-law got me these little like canvas wall, not canvas, yeah, canvas pieces of wall art. So I kind of want to move those. I don't really like the way that they're set up, but I feel like they should be somewhere else. I just have some random skulls in the room. This one sits with all of my plants, and it is from my bachelorette party, so everyone signed it. It's kind of like heavy duty. I don't know what it's made of. Maybe just ceramic or something. This one over here, my sister-in-law also gave me, I believe the same sister-in-law who gave me the canvas hanging things over here. And it's just a hollowed out skull, very cool. I put my makeup brushes and lip products in there. Then in this corner, we just have some things that I don't know what to do with or where to put. We have a Michael Myers doll that I bought in Salem at whatever kind of comic store is in the Salem Witch City Mall. And I got this so long ago, but I will never recommend that store to this day because when I purchased this, it was obviously in a box, right? And, you know, they sell a lot of previously used items, kind of like thrifty style. But I had double, triple asked the store owners when I purchased this if it like like what kind of condition it was. Did it come from a smoke-free home? I think that was my biggest question was, did it come from a smoke-free home? Because I didn't want it to smell like cigarettes. And stupid me didn't open it in the store. And of course, when I got home and opened it, 3 states away, it reeked of cigarette smoke. So disgusting. I gave him like 3 different baths, and it was mostly the hair because you could see his hair would be a place where cigarette smoke would just linger. It was freaking disgusting, and I hate that place to this day. He doesn't smell like cigarettes anymore. Then we have a Chucky doll. Got that super long time ago. Love him. And my little Hannibal mask, which I really never have worn, but that would be a fun costume to make. We got a Ouija board and a Clue board game behind that. My ring light for when I record myself. And I don't know what to do with these guys. The board games used to be up on that shelf, but then I changed it because I wanted it to look a little bit more aesthetic, which I think it does. But now I don't know what to do with them. I think I want to maybe put shelves here and put the board games on them with the little knitted Michael Myers and move these canvas things somewhere else. Wallpaper is not finished in this room. I'm currently in the process of purchasing the rest of the wallpaper, which is going to look slightly different from this because I decided to go with a different design, but pretty much the same exact color scheme. It's also floral, just the florals are smaller. And that's pretty much it. Those are my weird things in my house. I don't have like a super huge amount of them, but I love them all just the same. And here's the scariest thing in my home. I'm just kidding. No, Buckley's actually a demon, though. He's insane. Right, bud? He has this mark on his head, if you can see it. Where is it? I can't get the camera that far on the other side of him. Here. Okay, right there, basically. Yep. He just woke up with that one day. Like, I have no idea what happened or where it came from. I imagine maybe he hit his head on something, but it happened like overnight, so I'm not sure. The last thing is this torture toy. Not toy, torture weapon. This is like an actual thing. It's heavy duty, super heavy, these spiked balls. Someone gave this to my husband as like a Christmas Santa exchange gift. What's it called? Secret Santa. And it is no joke. I don't know what we're supposed to do with that. But there it is. And it actually did come in handy when I did some Stranger Things content because it was very much Hellfire Club-esque. So I did use it for that, but otherwise it just sits here. It would be a great weapon to have on hand during a home invasion, which I hope never happens. And with that, that is the end of this tour, and I'm going to pop back on screen for a minute. Thank you for joining me. All right, thanks for joining me on that sort of mini creepy decor tour. Like I said, there weren't too many items, And as you can see, most of them are kind of just interspersed with regular home decor. But those are just a lot of things that I have acquired over time. A lot of them from thrift stores, Facebook Marketplace, Halloween flea markets. And if I had to pick a favorite item, or I'd have to go with two favorite items, the first one would be the Paris Morgue poster. And I think that's because I'm really intrigued with the history of the Paris Morgue. And I also, as I said, had a chance to visit the location where it was actually held. And real quick, if you don't know what the Paris Morgue was, it was basically a tourist attraction in Paris where they would lay out cadavers and have them on display for the public to come and see. So this was an attraction that people purchased tickets to, and apparently people came from far and wide to see these dead bodies. So it was a little bit of like a circus atmosphere, which we think of as very strange today. But I bet you if that was still around today, those lines would be out the door. I might be in one of them. Thank you for joining me, and stay tuned for some upcoming videos. I'm going to do some regular sort of home decor stuff because we're starting to redesign and kind of restyle some of the rooms in our house now that we've lived here for a few years. And I also have an upcoming video that I'm working on explaining why I haven't been visiting Salem, Massachusetts in a long time. And it's nothing scandalous or weird, but a few different reasons. I'll be talking about that. So once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming on my weird decor home tour, and I'll see you guys in the next video.